Yeah, very dangerous flooding swamped Northern California yesterday. Redding experienced some of the worst of it with numerous water rescues and sadly at least one resident killed. The overall flood threat there is far from over. Almost the entire state of California remains under some form of flood alert. Public Information Officer from Caltrans District 2, Chris Woodward, joins us now from Redding, California. Chris, thank you for being here with us. I know this has been a really busy, a devastating stretch of days in Redding, and we still have a ways to go. What was this past weekend like? Double-digit rain totals in your area.
Yeah, we had a bunch of rain, especially yesterday afternoon, a whole lot of rain in a short period of time under a strong convergence line. So that added up to at least a couple spots on our highway system in the area that had some flooding. That video that you had up showed Interstate 5 kind of between Cypress and Hartnell, where we did have water come up. We've also had some flooding on 273, which is adjacent, runs from Redding to Anderson. So our crews are out there working on those areas prior to more weather coming in, but important for folks to know if you're going to be traveling upcoming, make sure that you're checking weather reports, road conditions, and plan for more inclement weather.
Yeah, very, very important to be aware of that because it's days and days of it in this active pattern. Chris, I understand your expertise is in the highway system. This is a holiday week, and there are big numbers. We were just talking about them of people expected to be moving around. How big of a concern is that for you for messaging, knowing that folks, they're more concerned about getting to see their family and friends, maybe slightly less plugged in to some of this messaging?
Sure. So we always have a lot of travel, especially around the holiday weekends. This year with Thanksgiving, we were pretty dry, so that was fortunate. We have had big storms in the past around Thanksgiving, but Christmas is looking like it's going to be some pretty active weather. So motorists should keep that in mind. Our section of California that District 2 covers is the northeastern quadrant. So we have a very large area. It's very diverse, goes from valley floors up to mountain passes. Snow levels are anticipated to drop a little lower than they have been. So it's good to just keep that in mind. Make sure you have your essentials when you're out there traveling, and try to be as safe as possible. And check conditions. It's really helpful. Like for yesterday with the flooding, we had the alerts going out from the county. Mentioning the flash flood warning. What they tell you is true. Stay home, stay off the road. We say the same thing, especially with big storms. If you don't need to travel, don't travel during those periods that are heavier with precipitation, rain, snow, winds. Keep an eye on things because you don't want to be out there in the wrong parts when the weather comes through. And
Right, like right there, what we're seeing on the screen, you got folks driving through floodwaters, which we always want to avoid, but especially in a week like this with so many people that are expected to be out on the roads. Chris, you mentioned what was going on up to pass level, where we're expecting snow levels to drop below those areas. Much colder look as compared to what's going on earlier. I know this is kind of good news, bad news for you, right? Sierra Nevada, the snowpack has been thin, but there are some parts of the mountain chain that could see 100 inches of snow moving through the next several days. How big of a concern is that for folks traveling from west to east or in the opposite direction?
That's very true. I mean, we need the weather during the winter time, so we rely on that snowpack and the rain and snow that we get during the winter months for the summer. But yeah, the higher mountain passes, it's a place where you don't want to be out during really bad portions of the storm. For our section up here, typical pass levels kind of run between 3,000 foot to 4,500 feet. But if you're getting further south in the Sierras, going up towards Tahoe on 80, a lot of snow can accumulate up there in the Sierra passes. So it's important to check out those roadway conditions. We have a system called Quick Map for the state highway system for all of California that shows you where there are chain controls in effect. It's got CCTVs, the closed circuit television cameras that show you recent views of what it looks like out there, so you can see kind of what the weather is looking like. But make sure that you're checking those prior to travel, and try to stay off the road and out of the mountain passes in those times when the weather is going to come down particularly hard.
Very important information. You know all the spots to find it. Chris, we'll be watching this closely on Fox Weather throughout the week and beyond. We know it's going to be an active run, so best wishes, happy holidays. That's Chris Woodward with Caltrans District 2. Thanks for being here with us.
Thank you for having me.